So to start this quest, you better not be squeamish about blood because you've got to dive face first into a massive lake of stuff. So directly west from where you start the game, you will have passed a massive lake of blood. Now, in there, you have to dive in and swim to the bottom left-hand side of that lake, and you'll find the entrance to a cave called the Blood Cave. Once inside, head on down past all the blood, viscera, and bodies of people waiting for the next Elder Scrolls to come out, and you'll find a guy called Mallory. Speak to him. There's no way to get round things really. Eventually, he will challenge you to a fight. Kill him, and you'll be able to proceed. For the purpose of recording this walkthrough, I'm on the easiest difficulty to make it quicker, so the fight will be harder than it looks. Once you've killed him and the magical door opens, head on through and you'll get to a nice little grove. Inside will be one of the most annoying enemies in the game, the floating skulls that like to charge headfirst at you and have the hitbox of an ant. The next location to go to is at the base of the tree, and there's a tunnel going down to the next grove. In this next area, you'll find some more husk of people. These ones were the ones waiting for Half-Life 3. Now, head down into the nice, pretty Grove Ruins area, and there'll be lots of these weird creatures that fire lasers at you, so be careful, it does hurt, and more of the wisp heads. Kill all them. There's not much loot around here, but if you go to the far back of this cave, you'll find a druid tree guy called Pridwin. Speak to him. When speaking to Pridwin, he'll give you some information about what this grove was. Now, it was made as sort of a trial for druids who were worthy to be able to come in a peaceful area and contemplate life and existence. Now, Mallory turned up and wanted to come in, but the druids did not think he was worthy, so they kept the door locked. Now, eventually, he gave up and started killing everyone outside, and that made the garden, that was magical by nature, drink loads of blood and turned it evil and weird. Now, that has caused the birth of some sort of weird blood monster thing, which is sealed away in the area you couldn't access earlier. Say to Pridwin that you'll help him, and he will give you a seal to open that door to try and kill the monster. Once again, please note, this fight is far harder than it looks here. Off the corpse, you get a decent little sword actually. It's one-handed and it deals 2% lifesteal, so quite good for this point. Unfortunately, the loot off the body is the main thing you get here. There's actually no grand chest in this area or anything, so walk all the way around. There's a crappy blood transfusion in an area that looks like it should have the final loot, and then you have to head back to Pridwin. When you get back to him, you'll tell him that the monster's dead. He will then seem to think that the cycle is complete and he can now pass on, and he'll commit seppuku, basically. Off his corpse, though, you can loot the winged spear, which is actually one of the better spears you can get at this point in the game. So, nice. Quest done. Job's a good one.